Ever wondered why Zen Buddhists seem so tranquil in the face of life's turbulence? Zen Buddhism, at its heart, is a path to serenity, a journey to inner peace. It's a spiritual tradition originating in China around the 6th century that emphasizes the importance of meditation and mindfulness in achieving enlightenment. The core principle of Zen Buddhism is mindfulness, a state of active, open attention to the present. It encourages us to live in the present moment, to be fully aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment or distraction. Imagine savoring every bite of your meal, feeling the gentle breeze on your skin, or simply listening to the rhythm of your breath. That's mindfulness. But there's more to Zen than just mindfulness. It also speaks of the illusion of self. Now, what does that mean? In Zen, the idea of a separate individual self is considered an illusion. We are not separate entities, but part of the interconnected web of existence. Our suffering, according to Zen, arises from this mistaken belief in a separate self. And that brings us to another profound Zen teaching, the nature of suffering. Zen suggests that suffering is not imposed on us. Rather, it's a result of our own attachment and desire. We suffer because we cling to things, people, and ideas, refusing to accept the impermanence of life. This desire and attachment create a cycle of suffering that continues until we learn to let go. In Zen, letting go doesn't mean apathy or indifference. It's about accepting things as they are without the need to control or possess. It's about embracing change and impermanence and finding peace in the midst of life's constant flux. Understanding this Zen perspective can open the door to a more mindful way of living. It's not about escaping from life's challenges, but rather learning to navigate them with grace, tranquility, and a deep sense of inner peace. That, my friends, is the Zen way. Do you know what the Four Noble Truths are? These truths form the foundation of Buddhism and provide a blueprint for mindful living. Let's break them down one by one. First, we have the truth of suffering. In life, suffering is inevitable. It's not just about physical pain or hardship. It's about the inherent unsatisfactoriness of life. We experience this through the cycle of birth, aging, illness, and death, and even in the simple fact that we often can't get what we want. Next is the truth of the cause of suffering. According to Buddhism, the root of all suffering is desire or craving. This is not limited to material desires, but extends to our craving for permanence in an impermanent world, and our clinging to the self in a world where everything is interconnected and fluid. The third truth is the truth of the end of suffering. This truth might seem a bit paradoxical after the first two, but it's an optimistic one. It tells us that it's possible to end suffering by letting go of our attachments and desires. It's about realizing the impermanent nature of everything and embracing it rather than resisting it. Finally, we have the truth of the path that leads to the end of suffering. This path is known as the Eightfold Path, and we'll dive deeper into it in the next scene. But in essence, it's about living a life of wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline, all of which lead us to mindfulness and enlightenment. The Four Noble Truths are not just philosophical concepts, they are practical guides for living a mindful life. They ask us to acknowledge suffering, understand its cause, realize that it can end, and follow a path that leads there. By internalizing these truths, we can approach life with a more peaceful and accepting mindset, reducing our suffering and increasing our happiness. Grasping these truths can offer a path to a more peaceful and mindful existence. So let's continue our journey onto the Eightfold Path as we further explore Zen Buddhist teachings for mindful living. Have you heard about the Eightfold Path? It's a remarkable guide to ethical and mindful living, a cornerstone in the teachings of Zen Buddhism. Let's delve into it one step at a time. First, we have right understanding. This refers to seeing the world as it truly is, not as we think it is or wish it to be. It's about recognizing the impermanence of life and the interconnectedness of all things. Next, there's right thought. This is all about intention. It's an invitation to cultivate thoughts of goodwill and compassion rather than harboring ill will or harmful desires. Then we have right speech. This involves speaking truthfully, kindly, and helpfully. It's about refraining from lies, gossip, or harsh words that can cause harm to others. Fourth on the path is right action. This means acting in ways that are ethical. that promote harmony and reduce suffering. It's about making choices that are beneficial to oneself and others. Right livelihood is the fifth step. It's about making a living in a way that's ethical and doesn't harm others. It's choosing a profession that aligns with the principles of compassion and mindfulness. Next, we have right effort. This involves diligently working towards wholesome states of mind while letting go of unwholesome ones. It's a gentle reminder that mindfulness is a continuous journey, requiring persistence and determination. Seventh on the path is right mindfulness. This is the practice of being fully present in each moment, aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. It's about experiencing life as it unfolds, moment by moment. Finally, we have right concentration. This refers to developing the mental focus necessary for deep insight. It involves practices like meditation, where we cultivate a calm and focused mind. Walking this path, we can practice mindfulness in every aspect of our lives. This is the essence of the Eightfold Path. It's not a rigid set of rules, but a guide to living mindfully, making choices that bring peace and harmony to our lives and the world around us. How can Zen practices enhance our mindfulness? Let's dive into it. Zen teachings offer a wealth of practices that can guide us towards a mindful state of being. One of the cornerstones of Zen practice is meditation, also known as Zazen. This is a practice of quieting the mind, of sitting still and focusing inward. It's a journey into the self, a practice of noticing thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment or attachment. When we engage in Zazen, we're not trying to suppress or control our thoughts. Rather, we're striving to observe them, to understand their transient nature. It's like watching clouds pass by in the sky. They come, they go, but the sky remains unchanged. Similarly, our thoughts and feelings are fleeting, but our inner self, our true nature, remains constant. Now, let's talk about mindfulness of breathing. This Zen practice involves focusing on the breath, observing its rhythm and flow. As we breathe in, we're aware we're breathing in. As we breathe out, we're aware we're breathing out. This practice grounds us in the present moment, as the breath is always now, always present. Mindfulness of breathing is a powerful tool that can be used anywhere, anytime. It's a reminder that the present moment is all we truly have, and it's where life unfolds. Lastly, Zen teachings emphasize mindfulness in daily activities. Whether we're washing dishes, walking, or eating, we're encouraged to be fully present, to engage with each moment as it is. This practice fosters a deep sense of connection with our surroundings and our actions. It transforms mundane tasks into moments of mindfulness and tranquility. These Zen practices, Zazen, mindfulness of breathing, and mindfulness in daily activities, cultivate a state of mindfulness. They guide us to live in the present moment, to connect with our true nature, and to experience life fully as it unfolds. With these practices, mindfulness becomes a way of life, not just a momentary state. How can we apply the Zen mindset in our everyday lives? This question, my friends, is more than a curiosity. It's a stepping stone to a more serene and fulfilled existence. Let's delve into the practical ways we can incorporate Zen teachings into our daily life. First, we have the principle of simplicity. In the rush of our modern world, it's easy to accumulate clutter, both physically and mentally. Zen encourages us to pare down, to focus on what truly matters. This could mean decluttering our homes, simplifying our schedules, or letting go of unnecessary worries and overthinking. By embracing simplicity, we create space for peace, clarity, and a deeper appreciation for the present moment. Next, we come to acceptance. Life is full of ups and downs, triumphs and challenges. The Zen mindset teaches us to accept all these experiences without judgment or resistance. This doesn't mean we become passive or indifferent. Rather, acceptance is about acknowledging reality as it is, then deciding how best to respond. It's about finding peace and balance within the whirlwind of life's changes. Lastly, but perhaps most importantly, is the concept of being present. Every moment is a precious gift, and yet, how often do we let these moments slip by unnoticed, lost in the haze of past regrets or future anxieties? Zen encourages us to fully inhabit the present, to truly listen when someone is speaking, to savor the taste of our food, to feel the breeze on our skin. This mindful presence infuses our daily life with a sense of wonder and gratitude, transforming even the most mundane tasks into opportunities for joy and connection. The benefits of a mindful lifestyle are manifold. Improved mental clarity, reduced stress, and a greater sense of peace and happiness are just a few. But perhaps the greatest benefit is the transformation of our daily life into a journey of mindfulness and peace. We become more connected with ourselves, with others, and with the world around us. A Zen mindset can transform our daily life into a journey of mindfulness and peace. Embrace this journey and let the wisdom of Zen enrich your everyday experiences. How can Zen teachings help us handle stress more effectively? Imagine a world where stress is not a foe to be vanquished, but rather a companion on our journey through life. This is the world of Zen, where stress is seen not as an obstacle, but a part of our human experience. In the Zen tradition, we learn to manage stress through principles like acceptance, letting go, and living in the present moment. Instead of trying to eliminate stress, Zen encourages us to accept it as a part of life, to let go of our resistance to it, and to live fully in the present moment, where stress has no hold on us. Acceptance is the first step in the Zen approach to stress. It's about acknowledging the presence of stress without judgment or resistance. Stress, like all things, is transient and ever-changing. By accepting it as a natural part of life, we can learn to navigate its ebbs and flows with grace and ease. Letting go is the next step. Holding on to stress is like holding on to a hot coal. The longer we hold on to it, the more it burns us. Letting go doesn't mean ignoring or repressing stress. It means allowing it to be, without getting caught up in it. It's about releasing our grip on the hot coal. Living in the present moment is the final step. Stress often arises from worry about the future or regret about the past. By bringing our attention to the present moment, we can break free from these chains of worry and regret. Mindfulness, the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment, is a powerful tool in this process. It helps us to stay grounded in the here and now, where we can handle stress more effectively. So in the face of stress, remember the Zen way. Accept, let go, and live in the present moment. Through these simple yet profound practices, we can transform our relationship with stress and live a life of greater peace and tranquility. Zen teachings offer a unique approach to stress management, one that encourages peace and acceptance over struggle and resistance. So, what have we learned about Zen teachings for mindful living? We've navigated the serene landscape of Zen Buddhism, beginning with the Zen perspective. We've explored how Zen emphasizes direct experiential realization through meditation and mindfulness. Zen is about being fully engaged in the present moment, shedding the illusions and distractions that envelop our lives, and seeing the world as it truly is. Then we delved into the Four Noble Truths, the cornerstone of Buddhist teachings. We've looked at life's inherent suffering, its origin in our desires, the cessation of suffering, and the path leading to it. These truths remind us that understanding and acknowledging our suffering is the first step towards overcoming it. Our journey took us to the Eightfold Path, a guide for moral, meditative, and wisdom-related practices. These steps, from right view to right concentration, are not sequential but interdependent, offering a comprehensive approach to living a mindful life. We've also discussed various Zen practices that promote mindfulness. From sitting meditation or zazen to mindful eating to the art of tea ceremonies, these practices help us cultivate a deep sense of presence and awareness. Then, we've learned how to apply the Zen mindset in daily life. Remember, Zen is not just about meditation or rituals, but about bringing that mindful presence into our everyday activities. Whether it's washing dishes, walking in a park, or simply breathing, each moment is an opportunity for mindfulness. Finally, we've explored the Zen way to handle stress. Zen teaches us to face our problems head-on, not by resisting or running away from them, but by accepting and dealing with them mindfully. In a nutshell, Zen teachings for mindful living encourage us to live fully in the present, to understand and accept our suffering, and to cultivate mindfulness in every aspect of our lives. If you've enjoyed this video about Zen Buddhist teachings for mindful living, why not give this video a thumbs up? Your likes are the compass that guides us in creating content that you love. And if you're already a part of our VIP loving community, thank you. You are the wind beneath our wings. If you're new here and you found value in this video, consider joining the family. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to ensure you never miss out on a new video.